Welcome to Steady Projects. My name is Eddie. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of baling with the 8N, and we're going to do a little maintenance on the 8N and the rake. So stick around. Please like and subscribe to the video as it helps the channel grow. Enjoy! This is field number 2. It's a little bit rougher than the other field of the neighbors. This one's one of ours, but it's been abandoned for over a decade at least. And you can tell there's a few trees in the middle. I've taken a ton of trees out, but I still have a few more to go. And it was very, very weedy when we first started, but it's starting to bounce back a bit. It's looking a lot better than when we started, for sure. Boy, it would definitely be a lot easier if all these trees weren't in the way. So I am gonna head out to rake this morning, but I'm having a problem. I had the same problem last year. This tire is way bigger than this tire on my rake. And so I'm taking this one off. Let me take it off quick. This one is almost 2 inches taller. Let's see. This one is, I think this one was like 28. Yeah, just about 28 inches. And this one is a like 195, 75, 15. And I cannot find this size tire like anywhere online. Everywhere I look, nothing local, nothing available, nothing I can pick up today, which is kind of a problem. All right, I get my tape. So all these tires were here, but none of this, I mean, this one's huge. This is like, actually, that's not too bad. What is that? Probably the wrong size rim though. I don't see. This one's actually R15, 215, 65. That is like a 24.5 inch tire. 14-inch rim. 205, 70, 15. Actually, if that one works, that might be 205, 70, 15. I think that was one of the numbers I was looking up earlier. That might be the same size. Let's take this one. This might work. It's pretty dry rotted and cracked, but if it holds air. Ooh, it's a white ball too. That's cool. Oh, while we're here, check this out. So I got this grill a little while ago. I found on eBay, and then I found a guy sent me this. Oh boy! Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Whoa! Like a big flat belt pulley for the Oliver. So that's pretty awesome. Nice guy from Facebook Marketplace shipped it up to me. That was really awesome, instead of scrapping it. So sweet. All right, let's go try this tire and make sure this fits. Sorry, little side note there. Oh dude, look at that. That's a lot closer. This one is almost 2 inches. So this is 26.5. This is like 26 and really close in there. I just looked it up. These two should be pretty compatible. So if I put this one on that rim, that'll save us 2 inches of height roughly. We just got to get all the moss and stuff out of there, the inside. And I think we'll be good to go to rake today. And if it doesn't hold air, maybe I can get a tube for it at some point. Okay. And I think, let's see. I got a couple different ones here. Just bring them all. These are the other kind. These kind are cool. These kind have removable insides. I'm just gonna bring them all. You never know. Look at these. I'll show you here. These are what's on the tractor. They get like clamped onto the rim really tight. And then if you ever break a stem, you just unscrew this part and they come right out. You can swap another one in. But I'll take all of these. If there's a tube in that tire, the bigger tire there, amazing. That'll be awesome. If there's not a tube, we'll use these. But at least we'll have some fresh new ones and just make sure everything's clear and working in there. Oh. You tell you what, working out of this thing is nice. There's tons of storage, but getting in and out of that every time is maybe I should build some stairs. I was gonna take it off the wheels, but I might want to move it someday if I build a garage over here. So maybe I won't do that. I don't know. Everything's up in the air. Could go one way, could go the other way. Painted my shed. Well, my wife painted the shed. She did an awesome job. All right, so let's look at these tires. All right, so let's put these seats down. Hopefully there's no toys in there that are blocking it. All right. All right, so I got 4 sets of tires here. See, this one is quite a bit bigger. That's a lot. And then I got these 2 also. They are slightly different sizes, but this is just an old winter tire. This is a hay wagon rim. And this rim leaked on my dad's trailer, so he let me have that. Tire's good. So bad tire, good rim, which we need for the hay wagon. Bad rim, good tire. We can make one out of that, and this one, we can make something work there too. Height-wise doesn't matter on this one because there's no gears or anything to mess up like this one. All right, let's go down to the shop. All right, so I have a buddy who has a shop, and if we are super nice and stay out of his way, we might be able to change tires down there. If not, we'll just shoot over to the tire place and have them change it, but we're gonna have to pay more. And hopefully everything works, because I don't know about these old leaky tires. They look pretty dry rotted, but we just need them for farm use, so they don't have to be anything special. Normally I wouldn't put these nasty tires in the family vehicle, but I don't know if you guys saw the shorts, but I kind of blew the flex plate apart. The part that connects the transmission to the engine on my pickup truck. I guess on the bell housing, we figured out why. On the bell housing, one of the tabs was missing where the bolt goes through and holds it to the engine. If you're missing one on the top, it's not a big deal for those transmissions, but I was missing 2, which was just enough to give it a little flex to break more of them to cause some serious problems. That's why we're in this car with dirty old tires. All right, we are back. The old tires, the new semi-used tires, and this is the hay wagon tire. So that one should be all right. And he had a transmission that has a good bell housing. Remember the bell housing? All the ear tabs are there. So he gave me that one. It's maybe missing a gear or something, but I got to take it up to get rebuilt. Anyway, so perfect. Thank you. That's awesome. All right, let's get this on the rake. Hey, what are you doing? Hi. Hey, you. Silly goat. That one there, she's gonna have a baby pretty soon. Maybe more. What about you? Should be 2 more there. Ah, they must be in the hut. Keep this bank nice and mowed for us. I'm gonna go test everything down here. I should have some good hay down there, I think. Just a small field. This is my test field close to the barn and the shop and stuff. Pretty cool. All right, should be all warmed up now. I'm gonna do a little oil change. It's been a little while since I did an oil change. Woo! That was fast. Ooh, that's not very tight. There we go. Come on, baby, get off of it. All right. Good thing I put gloves on. All right, so got the new filter here. Whoops. All right. I don't know. I feel like I should get this whole thing kind of filled in here. Can't hurt, right? W. Give it a chance to soak into the filter a bit, keep things wet. All right, let's see. This old. I'm gonna hang on to this. This is a new seal for that, but that one looks like pretty awesome. And I think if I dig it out of there, it might damage it. It's working. And it looks really good. So I'm gonna leave it. It looks like a rubber one. Okay, let's pop this bolt back on. Let's say the filter is changed. Ooh, come on, you. All right, here we are. Make sure that funnel's all clean. So this is what I'm using still. I say 30. I'm using what I got. I had a bunch of quarts of these, so I'm gonna use them up. It should take 5. So we'll do that. All right, say we're good. Cool. Put this little breather cap back on. All right, so here's our current air filter situation. When I got it, it came with this. Basically, it's a t-shirt tied with a clamp over top of the pipe that goes down to the carburetor. And it is very dirty. I've tried to clean it out a few times, but I got one of these, an original air cleaner from a guy in our area that sells all sorts of 8N, old 2N, 9N parts. So I got a nice heavy, it's heavy. It's like a nice little piece here. So I'm gonna put this up in there and install that. We'll see how that goes. I had to run to town as the old pipe that goes up to the air intake had a hole in it, which you'll see soon. But in the meantime, I decided to work on the shifter as well, so things will be a little out of order here, but it's all getting done. All right, so this shift boot is shot. It looks like there's actually like the remnants of another one in there. All right, so this is looking a lot better. I'm gonna put this on there now. So the air goes in here, down through this center. No, maybe through the outside first. And then it's gotta be filled up to this oil level right here. I guess the center gets it too, I don't know. But I think that's how it goes. I don't know, we'll find out. One, two, here we go. All right, nice new pipe coming down through. I gotta put the other clamps on there, and the other one's up top here. Let's take a closer look. All right. So I just got to throw one more clamp in there right here. Clamp that together. Nice and painted. Connection there. So this should be a new bolt there, old bolt there. The choke slides behind there and still works good. Everything else seems to fit good. So hopefully this improves the way this thing breathes, and we'll put this little door back on. And oh, I did a distributor cap off camera, so that is done. The boot, I'm having trouble getting the bottom to just grab there, but it does seem to be covering a little better and not ripped from the top at least. So if rain lands on it, it should shed off. Whew. Okay, and the other thing we got to do is I got a new dipstick for this one here. I don't know what happened to this one, but it got broken and it's like jammed all the way down in there, which also isn't going to let it read right accurately because it doesn't stop at the right spot. So let me change that quick. All right. So here's the new dipstick and the old one. I don't know what happened to that old one. I must have stepped on it or something. But that's how she goes. I'll save that one just... Well, I guess I don't really need to. It says it's full. Good to go. Get the little stopper on there. Let's stick her like that so I don't kick it with my heel. So here's... The new one's in now, but this is the old one. I was trying to get it to fit, and it's all kind of crunched. I don't know if somebody went after this with... what they went after it with, but I found that when I pulled this back a little bit when I was trying to get it to reach. This one's just, that was hidden. We had the sock on the end there, the t-shirt, but it was just sucking dirty air right in there. So I probably should rebuild that carburetor, but thankfully I got this for $5. I ran down to the store Or it was actually, it was the auction house that had this. $5. Just pulled it off an old dead one out in the field. I like it when things work out. But the I had to turn this clamp a little bit so everything fits good. And this is actually the best it's ever been. So that's pretty awesome. And my wife just brought me lunch. Look at that. That looks like a diner meal. That's awesome. So I'm going to eat and then I'm going to go rake. I have a few more things to do on this service, but we got to get raking today. So, all right, we are about to head out. A little cooler full of drinks here. The wagon, or the rake, tires changed, all greased up, good to go. This thing should fire right up again, I hope. As long as I didn't mess anything up in the meantime. All right, looks like we're going baling. Raking at least. Better quality than last year, I hope. This field bounce back is kind of cool. All right, so everything worked pretty good while we raked, but I'm back at the house now and all this worked great. However, the carburetor I think must have sucked up enough junk that it needs to be cleaned out a little bit. So I'm going to take that, and I got this little carburetor dip. Put the carburetor in a little basket in there and soak it for a little bit. We'll clean it all up. It must have sucked dirt in when this tube was leaking air by. But we'll try this. We'll clean this up before we go bale. That way we have more power, because it was struggling on the hills up there. So I'll take this out now. Okay, so if we look in this cup, this is what was in the bottom of the bowl. All that. It looks like gold. I think it's actually goldenrod from, see all that gold stuff on the towels there? I think it's goldenrod from when we were bush hogging in the fall. I think it sucked all that goldenrod into that intake through that hole and wound up in the carburetor, and that's why it's been running so rough. So that was wild to me, but pretty cool. Get her all cleaned up, get it going again. All right. So the first little batch here, this is from the test field down by the house. I got baling kind of late at night, just trying to make sure everything was working, because it wasn't working great. They didn't tie very well, and they're kind of a little wet. I think the dew is setting in because it was getting dark, and that's past baling time. But we'll rebuild these up. We'll let them sit in the sun for a bit and do them last, and then we'll feed them to the goats first thing. Just those little clumps there, and probably this one too, whatever falls off here. Whew. Might even just pull this off now. This one isn't tied either. But once we get to here, now we got good ties. We got good knots here, we got good knots there. This one's always just a tad behind first two bales, seems like, but now it's clicking great. So I'll just pull these off and knot them up. Not bad. There's not a lot of hay. 6 rows left, 7 altogether. Last year, probably double that. But everything's running okay for now. All right, so I just lost the pin that goes in here. I was gonna try this, because I am only a few bales in, and this, the lock that goes on the tractor side of things, I had this pin in there. It seems like it might work, and I wish I had some like wire or something I could wrap around there. It's got to spin pretty fast. I don't know. Got a few things out here, but we'll see how that goes. It might come off again. All right, we'll just keep on going here and see if it breaks again. All right, well, we're broke down. I was going to check this too. See that? Nice, nice, nice. All tied nice. Even these, nice, all tied. So that's good. This, believe it or not, this field right here, I took 115 bales off last year. I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't know if anybody wants to guess. It looks a little sad. Well, that lasted all 10 feet. Brad. All right, this is probably a bad idea, but everything wants to kind of slide backwards, so that strap should keep it from falling off, and hopefully that pin keeps it in, because the pin alone is not enough. We'll see, or else it'll break the strap if not. All right, here we go. Staying on though, let's give it a try. Well, it's staying, so keep going. All right, there's a half bale right there. This one, for some reason, came untied, but the rest of these are looking good. We are pretty much done. 1, 2, 3. So last year, I got 115 bales. It looks like there's about 15 bales. Now that was at the end of the season, and it hadn't been mowed, and it was weedy and thick and like real, like second growth coming up through the other stuff. The quality of the hay wasn't as good. This is much better hay, but there's just a lot less. And for feeding goats, it doesn't have to be like, I mean, obviously good hay is good hay, but like, it doesn't have to be amazing. It's not like horse hay. But anyways, that's it for now. And our little quick fix here just finally gave out for the last time. Came off again. So I'm not gonna bother with it. We'll call it good here and I'll come get the bale. Alright, so we're gonna pull this string here, which pulls a pin. And then if we back up, she should go into road mode. There it is. Pin's locked in there on the bottom. Now if I drive straight, pretty cool. So this pin, this is pickup mode, and this is like mode for going down the road. And you just put a piece of wood behind this tire, and it swings right out when you back up. Handy dandy log. All right, let's go home. This is a cool place.